Provo airport officials said the scheduled flights by Allegiant are running more than 90% load factor. Soy Rojas y esto es el resumen diario, edición deportiva del viernes 4 de abril. About 11 o'clock, Provo Police Department received a call. Learning could be hard, but the tools are available for these kids to help with the learning experience. The Portuguese dual immersion program is more than learning a new language. Undocumented students that apply for deferred action not only receive a work permit, but also social security number. Just in Utah County, there is more than 15,000 adults that have not earned their high school or GED diploma. Duncan Aviation is a business that uses Provo's airport to give private jets a personalized makeover, and it's one of the main reasons why the airport wants to expand its grounds. Duncan says their growing business requires additional ramp and runway space for the many customers who use their service. Provo city officials say this expansion is no surprise.
So we were aware of this, and several years ago when Duncan came to Provo, this was already in the planning stages.
The airport currently offers flights to the Bay Area, LA, and Mesa, but the flights have doubled per week because of the Provo's growing population. Not only that, also tech companies such as Adobe and Novell bring in a lot of air traffic.
It's good for Provo City, it's good for TAC Air, and it's good for all of the citizens of Utah County.
Provo airport officials said the scheduled flights by Allegiant are running more than 90% load factor. This means that more than 10,000 customers a month pass through Provo terminal.
Yeah, with additional ramp and runway space, we're hoping that other airlines see that and they can attract larger planes with a larger carrying capacity.
Murray says the airport expansion is one more key sign of Provo's growth. He says he hopes the expansion will add destinations to the East Coast, making Provo even more attractive to new businesses. In Provo, Lester Rojas, 11 News. About 11 o'clock, Provo Police Department received a call about fight in progress at Fresh Market, and that's what the police was heading to, but instead was hit by a semi-truck. The officer had his lights on, but says the semi-driver did not stop.
Failed to see him or saw him too late, and he hit the patrolman in the middle of the intersection.
But the accident wasn't the biggest concern. The semi-truck was full of acetone and paint that started to leak out of the trailer. Firefighters evacuated the surrounding area, including Pioneer Park. Even though there wasn't anything that could potentially start the liquids on fire, they took precautionary efforts, closing the roads and parked for several hours because of the heavy vapors. Officers planned to unload the pallets that were in the truck and reload them in a different one, but they decided the original truck was safe. Police says the drivers need to be extra cautious when they see emergency vehicles.
When you see a police car and he has his lights and sirens on, whether it's a police car or an ambulance or a fire truck, you know, the best thing to do is to slow down and to make sure that the area is safe.
That's right, Madison. I'm right here at Whiteview Apartments where BYU police says the incident happened. They also said that the suspects still are large and investigation is still ongoing. The call came in at 3 in the morning from the Whiteview women's dorms.
A young lady reported that a man had just been in her apartment.
Lieutenant Lemon says the student believes she left her door unlocked and woke up when the door opened. He says she thought it was her roommate, but instead found a man standing in the living room. She confronted him, and that's when he grabbed her. She screamed, and her roommate came to help.
It's really a terrible thing, and I think that a lot of people think that this doesn't happen at BYU.
Officers arrived on the scene and started gathering information.
We have 2 detectives working on it full time. That's all they are doing. And then we're bringing in extra officers in our patrol division.
Lemon says that despite the events, students need to keep trusting the community where they live.
This is still a very safe campus. We just have to be vigilant.
Lemon says that detectives are working with victims to get a more detailed description of the person and increase their chances to catch him. BYU police describes the suspect as a white male, about 5'7", with an English broken accent. They also say the victim and the suspect exchanged some words, but they're not releasing them because of the ongoing investigation. In Provo, Lester Rojas, 11 News.
Parents and teachers across the Wasatch Front are trying to get their kids' reading levels up and are using new technology to help. 11 News reporter Lester Rojas tells us what Provo schools are doing to help these kids get back on track.
Elementary education can be hard, especially for kids who need the help with the things that they need to know, like fluency, vocabulary, and comprehension.
And at first she was struggling because she's like, I don't understand these concepts.
Our primary challenges that we're facing this year that we're really trying to work with is our students being able to read on grade level. If you can't comprehend what you're reading, then you're not reading.
But teachers and students aren't alone in this struggle. The district provides learning tools to give them an extra push, and they're using technology to help. Learning could be hard, but the tools are available for these kids to help with the learning experience. Imagine Learning is a software that the district provides to help elementary schools get these kids back on track. And it was even created right here in Provost's backyard.
Imagine Learning is a language and literacy software program. We now target not just English learners, but students with learning disabilities or struggling readers who are reading behind grade level.
Imagine Learning says children taking the state reading assessment see an increase of 31% proficiency after using their software, a goal Principal Bridge wants to keep up with. In Provo, Lester Rojas, 11 News.
Bridge says the most important factor in getting kids where they need to be is the encouragement and participation of their parents.
Soy Lester Rojas y este es el resumen diario, edición deportiva del viernes 4 de abril. La ala ofensiva del equipo de básquetbol de BYU, Matt Carlino, ha decidido transferirse después de graduarse en junio. Carlino está automáticamente elegible para jugar un año más. En un comunicado de prensa, Carlino agradeció a su entrenador, sus compañeros de equipo y fanáticos por la oportunidad de representar la universidad. Por otra parte, el equipo de rugby de BYU enfrenta a la Universidad de Utah esta noche después de un año de ausencia de la Guerra Santa. Ambos equipos esperan con ansias este encuentro y mostrar una vez más quién es el equipo dominante. Esto ha sido el resumen diario, edición deportiva, una producción de 11 News. Acompáñenos entre semana al mediodía en el canal 11 en KBYU o en nuestra página web 11news.byu.edu. Soy Lester Rojas, hasta la próxima.